Hey guys, Waterfowler41 here, and in today's video we're going to be doing a practical upgrade to the bed of my truck. So a couple videos back I added this front bulkhead rail from BuiltRight so I could mount my traction boards to the front of the truck bed so it's up and out of the way. Now what we're going to do is continue down the BuiltRight path, and what we're going to do now is add MOLLE panels to the side of the truck to give us some additional cargo storage options. So here are the panels. We got the front one here, rear one. You could get them for both sides. I really only want them for one side. I don't know what I'm going to do with this passenger side of the truck bed yet. Might just leave it. And then in addition to the MOLLE panels, I also got some rubber clamps. So we got 4 of these guys, 2 here, 2 here. That'll give me upper and lower storage. We'll add those to the MOLLE panels after we install them. That way we know where everything needs to be aligned. But MOLLE stuff, tons of options to add additional accessories. And one of the primary reasons why I'm going with these guys is I want to add hooks to there, rubber hooks that kind of hang off the side of the panel. That way I could avoid this. This is my kids' hockey sticks, their lacrosse sticks. They're constantly thrown in the bed of the truck. And what happens is if they pull their bag out, they end up dragging out half the sticks. So if we keep the sticks up and out of the way on hangers, then we're in good shape. But also if you have recovery gear or whatnot, or even any of the pack out stuff, there's a bunch of accessories you can get for these panels specifically. So installation super simple. What we're gonna do is hop up into the truck bed. We'll start with the back one here. The kit comes with all the hardware you need, plus the bit to undo those bolts, and they're Torx T30. You could always use your own. All you need to do is provide the tool, and it's easy as peasy. All right, so here's the rear panel just kind of roughed into place. So basically, let's get this guy out of the way so I can show you what you got to remove. We're going to remove these 4 Torx T30 screws here, and then there's 2 more down in that lower hook. We'll reinstall that lower hook after the fact, but go ahead and remove everything. We're going to get this guy lined up into place, install it with the screws, and then there's a little rubber stopper that comes in the kit that's going to go on the inboard side. I'll show you where that goes, and then the back is done, and then we'll focus on the rear. So let's go ahead and get this guy, or get all these screws removed here. All right, so we got all our screws removed. We have that factory tie down point removed as well. We're going to reuse this. All we're going to do is basically just drop it right into the middle here, use the factory hardware to tighten everything down. So now the next thing we need to do is just go ahead and grab our BuiltRight rail or BuiltRight MOLLE panel, line it up with the holes, drop the factory screws through the mount here into the MOLLE panel and just attach it to there. And then we're going to go down to the bottom section. We're going to reuse our little lower tie down. That's going to mount just like so. And we're going to use all the factory hardware. We're going to tighten that one down completely. We'll leave this one loose for now. And then before we tighten down those 4 in the middle here, we're going to add this little rubber stopper to the bottom corner over here somewhere. I think it gets kind of close to the truck bed. And this is to eliminate any sort of rattling. And then we'll tighten down these guys in the middle. All right, so we have our MOLLE panel loosely put in. Just went ahead and reused the factory tie down here, which is good because we need that when I run the flated topper. I got my factory tie down right in the middle here. The panel itself is good to go. We can tighten everything down after we find a little rubber stopper here. And what you're looking for is one area that's pretty close to the truck bed side. You're gonna slip the rubber stopper behind there, and then there's a tree clip. You're just gonna push the tree clip through one of these little channels, and then this is basically like a little spacer, and it's gonna be kind of preloaded. That's why you wanna wait to tighten these guys down until after you install this. That way you're eliminating any sort of vibration. So let's go ahead and find the best spot for this, and then we'll tighten everything down, and then this side's done, and we'll hop over there, and make sure you wear your work sandals here. All right, so there you go. The rear panel is installed. I put the little stopper right here. And one thing I do want to point out is BuiltRight's attention to detail. So their logo is on everything that they can. So even from the brackets there's logos on the outside of them. Even down to the Christmas tree clips, there's a little BuiltRight logo. So their attention to detail when they're designing all these things is pretty spot on. So anyway, went ahead and reused the factory tie down here. Got the factory lower tie down there. Everything's tightened. Now all we gotta do is turn our attention to the front guy, install that, and then I will show you how to install those rubber clamps. So very simple. This one's just removing the factory tie down point, popping it right into the middle here, and then reinstalling this. So I believe this guy goes right about like that. So let's get everything installed up front. All right, so we have our fronts fully installed. The rear is done as well. Just a quick recap. You're gonna remove the factory hardware on the factory tie downs on the top and then the bottom for the rear, and then just that main one on the front. You don't need to do anything with the front wall. Then use the factory hardware to reinstall everything. You can reuse the factory tie down if you want, or you could just reinstall just the MOLLE panel and without the tie down. Whatever you want to do, it's totally up to you. I went ahead and reused it. I think it gives me additional options. One thing you'll notice is the factory bed light is blocked by the panel. Don't worry, I have plans for that. That's another reason why I want to install these panels is I want to attach rock lights there. I hate the factory bed lights because there's nothing up here to cover any of the front of the truck bed space. So that's what we're going to do in a future video. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna attach those rubber clamps to these guys, and then that will give us our mounting accessories for whatever we need to do. And then, like I said, I have a few other things in the mail to leverage the MOLLE panel a little bit better, some of the MOLLE nuts that BuiltRight makes, so we can attach hooks and whatnot to these guys. But overall, the panels are very easy to install. Let's go ahead and get those rubber clamps installed. I'll show you how I assembled them, and then we'll close this one out. All right, so I have 1 of 4 clamps fully installed. Just wanted to give you kind of an idea of what it is. It may be easier to install these guys before you install the MOLLE panels, but I wanted to see where the panels fell and then kind of go off there. So all you gotta do is kind of snake your finger behind there, feed the washer and nut to attach the metal portion. Let's use this guy. So first thing you do is you attach the metal portion to the panel itself, and then you go ahead and attach the rubber clamp to it. So the hardware that holds the metal panel to the MOLLE panel is 7/16, and then these little master nuts that hold the clamp or hold the rubber portion to the metal bracket are 1/2 inch, and then everything is good to go. So I got one here. I'm gonna go ahead and install one up there. I think I'm gonna hold on to the other 2 for now. I'm not really quite sure how I'm gonna use those just yet, but so far so good. But running out of daylight here, so let's get the rest of them installed, and then tomorrow morning we'll take a look at everything in daylight and then close this guy out. All right, it is a new day. We got light on the situation. Here is everything fully installed and equipped with all my cargo, quote unquote. Anyway, we got the rubber clamps here mounted up high on each of the MOLLE panels. You got one there, one up here. What's nice about these things is you can get access to them from the side of the truck. What I would suggest is mounting this tab pointing up. That way you can undo things and strap it down a lot easier than trying to reach down below. It just doesn't make much sense. I forgot I had a BuiltRight panel or BuiltRight pouch here that I picked up when I did the front bulkhead rail. And I actually store a lot of my tie-down straps. So with the MOLLE panels and the way the strapping works on the back of this pouch, it attaches right to the MOLLE panel, which is nice. And they got a whole bunch of different versions of these things. But I also like it because if I unzip it and lay out, it's right there. It's easy to get to. I don't need to detach it from the MOLLE panel. I can just pull it back up. Once I get the straps that I need out, zip it back up, and it's up and out of the way. It's inside the wheel well. So awesome. Anyway, that is the install. Super simple. Hope you appreciated this one. Hope it helps you make your decision on this product. I'll leave a link to these guys down in the description below. If you have any questions, hit me up. With that said, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.